All of our DVRs have the ability to record in scheduled recording, 24/7 recording, or motion detect recording. The big benefit to recording in motion is the ability to conserve hard drive space. Okay, in order to record motion on our TN series DVR, it's just a very few simple steps. You get into our main menu, and you're going to go into our event setup selection, number 6, and you're going to go into per channel configuration, number 7. At the per channel configuration page, you want to get down to selection number 3 and turn on motion detect for day, night, weekend, or all. You have the ability to select when you want motion detect to be effective. So here I'm going to select all. So motion detect is going to be all. Once you select motion detect, you will hear a little beeping coming from the unit. That is normal. Just go back one menu previous, and you're going to see the internal buzzer selection on number 1 on the event setup menu. What I like to do personally is I like to turn that buzzer off. With the internal buzzer off, now I need to go back to per camera configuration, and that's number 7, per channel configuration, and enter there. I have my motion detect turned on. Now I'm going to go to selection number 4, detection configuration. At this page, there's a lot of information at this page. I can actually set detected area. I can set targets for my detected area. I can also adjust my sensitivity and my area threshold. Okay, for setting up motion, we're going to go to our detection configuration page, and we have the ability to assign targets to that page, to adjust sensitivity and area threshold. For assigning targets, I would go to detected area setup. At this point here, my whole page is armed or hot to motion. These individual little square boxes indicate that that area is set to motion. I have the ability to keep my whole page armed or hot to motion. I also have the ability to turn off my whole page to motion, and I can also go in and now assign individual targets. Say this red sign here was very important to me. Maybe that was the doorway to a very important part of my business. I had to protect it. I could go and assign targets just to that doorway. So here I am creating a doorway. Everything else in the shot would not be live or hot to motion. As I'm creating these targets, what I'm utilizing on the dashboard of the DVR is I'm utilizing the arrow keys to negotiate my target to where I need it to be, and then when I want to turn the target on, I hit my enter button, my center button. So I use my arrow keys and my center button to create targets. So here on this other poster, I'm going ahead and creating targets. So pretend that this was a doorway and a window to a very important part on my motion screen. Once we have assigned targets, I can then go and hit my escape button to go back to my previous menu, and I can look at my sensitivity screen and my area threshold. My sensitivity is going to dictate how much motion I need to have in an area to trigger the motion. My threshold is going to dictate at what level of motion will I actually start recording. And we're going to show that in a demo in just a moment. Once setting your area threshold and sensitivity, you can then have somebody walk through your shot to test for motion. When motion is being recorded, you will get an audible tone, and you will also get a yellow bar on that lower graph. That yellow bar and the audible tone is telling you that motion is being recorded. The reason to adjust your area threshold is, what if this was a scene looking at a roll-up garage door that was blowing in the wind? You don't want to get a false alarm from that roll-up garage door. So you want the ability to adjust your shot to avoid false alarms. The same holds true at your sensitivity level. You have the ability to tweak your settings to avoid false alarms. This is a very simple way to adjust motion with both my detection, my sensitivity, and my area threshold.